and you couldn't move your account from it because they held on to all your assets and everything. So there's nothing to move anywhere else to continue that banking relation, to continue your business. So you were closed down, and because you're unable to move to do anything, you can't go, well, you can't go forward. So you're held there in limbo until you eventually, the debt grow and you're not able to think. As a matter of fact, finsac has sold a number of my properties. And up till today, I have not yet received any thing in writing to show the accounts where what went to principal.
At the time of the takeover of your loan by finsac at Horizon, what was your outstanding balance?
My outstanding balance at the time was over 100 million.
And you were servicing that loan?
Well, our loan wasn't really by service per se, like a monthly payment. It's by selling of units that go towards payments. And at the time of the takeover, we had sold at the Palermo, I think about 18 or 16 units. That up to today, we have not gotten any statement. Prior to that, we were getting every sale, you will get a statement from the bank and from the attorney to show you, you know, what was received and what was dispersed, and the bank will tell you what went to interest.
So that was discontinued?
That discontinued.
Yeah. So what was your client's experience, Mr. Levy, Jean-Marie de Zulme of Thermoplastics?
On the day that Richard Downer was appointed receiver and manager of Thermoplastics, the 9th of March, 1998. At the time Mr. Downer went out to the appointment to take over, we were sitting in the office of Jeff Cobham at NCB, talking about business going on and continuing. Shook hands, business as usual. Mr. Cobham and Mr. McFarlane had signed the appointment of receiver, had us in there to get John Desime out of the office, out of his office. And we thought everything was going to be business as usual. There was no default on any loan. Of course, Mr. Downer took out a letter, standard letter by NCB's team in-house lawyer, making a demand at 3 o'clock to satisfy millions of dollars. The company had just finalized arrangements with the assistance of NCB to obtain a loan for $500,000 from Jamaica Development Bank to clear 40-foot containers of raw material off the wharf, which were needed to produce goods. They had to go to NIBJ because NCB was broke at that time. It had no money, could not make the loan. They allowed, the company assigned millions of dollars of the proceeds of sale of goods. They had orders from gilt-edged companies, Red Stripe, crates, Matalons for pipes, telephone company for pipes, and so on. And it was assigned to be paid to NIBJ, and out of the proceeds of those orders, we would repay the loan of $500,000 to NIBJ and interest. NCB would get payments of, within 6 months, of $500,000, and the company was getting 20% to cover its overhead expenses. It was receiver was appointed entirely politically. Dunbar McFarlane and Mr. Desime has given evidence before the commission. A month after the appointment of Richard Downer, told him, there's nothing wrong with your business plan, there's nothing wrong with your finances, it's politics, it's above me. Political reasons put him in there. But Mr. You know, this heartlessness continues. I was flicking channels the other day and accidentally went to a channel which I don't usually watch and found myself watching a horror movie. I saw somebody who looked like Wicked Wanda cross-examining and laughing at a debtor who has lost everything, a Mr. Rose. That was coming out of the finsac commission. I mean, I couldn't watch it for very long because it was disgusting to see a professional, a so-called professional, looking at a man who has just given evidence that he's lost everything because of the high interest rates and all the other things that were imposed on him. Like my friend here, he wasn't necessarily a bad businessman, but when the interest rates imposed on the people by the government decisions went up to 90 and 100%, nobody can pay that. And the government has been totally unsympathetic, and I say that for the past and the present government. There's no assistance being given by the present government. They continue to reap the benefits of the collections being made by FinSac and Jamaican Redevelopment Foundation.